Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Armendariz, and today we're going to be talking about sports teams here in Colorado Springs. I know that everyone kind of associates the Colorado pro sports with Denver. We have the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies play in Denver, the Avalanche live in Denver. But I wanted to talk to you guys about here in Colorado Springs, we do have our own sense of sports teams that we love to support and go watch. So if you guys have any questions over anything I go over on this list today, please feel free to reach out to me. I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I love to help you with any of your real estate needs. If you're looking to move here to Colorado Springs or surrounding areas, or if you just have questions about living in Colorado Springs, definitely feel free to reach out to me at this contact info that I have listed. But without further ado, let's get into it. So to start off with, I am going to say Colorado Springs itself does not have any pro teams, but that doesn't stop us from cheering on and enjoying all the other sports that we do have here. We do have some semi-pro teams that are pretty good to go watch and check out. We do have the Switchback soccer team. They are a semi-pro team of the USL Championship League. They have been around since 2014, but haven't really had a home. They've kind of been all over the place, and I think that's kind of why they didn't have so much traction in the past, but they do have a new field. Widener Field was just completed this past spring, and it is downtown. It is beautiful. It is a hot new stadium. Not only do they have the hot soccer games, but they also host concerts and what have you. But the Switchbacks, from what I hear, I have not been to a game yet because tickets are sold out, and I've been wanting to go. But I have heard that they are pretty good. They're on a winning streak so far this season. They have a winning record. So that is definitely something that a lot of people are getting into now that the team has a home field. It is definitely just attracting so many more people, and it is downtown, so if you're downtown just running around getting food or drinks, definitely go check out a Switchbacks soccer game. Also, semi-pro team, we have the Rocky Mountain Vibes. The Rocky Mountain Vibes are they're not even our farm team, but they are the farm team for the Milwaukee Brewers here in Colorado Springs. We actually used to have the Sky Sox, that was the farm team for the Rockies, but since they moved, the last couple of years we have been hosting the Milwaukee Brewers farm team here, the Rocky Mountain Vibes. They play out east at UC Health Ballpark. That's good fun. Those are good ball games. Still a Rockies fan at heart, so I would love if we had the Sky Sox back, but since we don't, the Rocky Mountain Vibes are a good baseball program. They do a lot of promotions for family night or discounts on food, drinks, military appreciation night, kiddo night, what have you. A lot of games. They also do fireworks afterwards. So definitely on holidays, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, they're always going to have home games. They're always going to have a firework display. So definitely something to go check out on a nice summer night. I would go check out those Rocky Mountain Vibes baseball team. So now that we're moving on from semi-pro sports, our college teams here in town. We do have some definitely good sports teams. A lot of our colleges here have a variety of good basketball, football, swim team, tennis, what have you. But some of the really notable ones, the fun ones, are going to be that Colorado College hockey program. Colorado College, also known as CC here in town. CC Hockey is a Division I hockey program, and it is probably one of the best hockey programs on this region of the U.S. I know everyone's all familiar with Boston and South Dakota teams, Minnesota teams, but out here, I will say that CC Hockey is a great program. We do play some of those teams also, so if you're looking ever just for some good hockey, I would definitely go check out them. They actually used to play at the Broadmoor World Arena, but also have just found a new home, new arena this year, just like our Switchback. CC College actually just built a $38 million complex on campus now for their hockey team. So I look forward to this coming season and in the future of attending those games. With that being said, CC Hockey versus DU Hockey is a great rival game to attend. DU Hockey is also a really good hockey program out here. And that's just been a really old rival game. They've been playing each other since the 50s. Their battle, or their series, is called the Battle of the Gold Pan. They play 4 games against each other throughout the year, and at the end of it, the winner is the winner of the Battle of the Gold Pan. And there is just a lot of tension between those two teams. So they're both actually private schools, but great program. And that is just definitely something you want to go check out. If you've never seen college hockey in general, I would definitely go check out a CC hockey game or CC versus DU. Also along the lines of college sports teams that are definitely worth seeing is our Air Force Academy football program. Air Force Academy football games are some of the funnest games you're ever going to attend. There's tons of tailgating, there's tons of traditions that they do before the game, during the game. Some of the best things are the flyovers. You'll see some F-15s, some B-2s do the flyover. They have traditions actually during the game with the marching band and some of the things that the students do and the cadets do. Another rival game that you want to go see is that Air Force Academy football versus either Navy or Army. The 3 of them have a series that they play against each other, and it is called the Commander-in-Chief's Trophy. Air Force actually is in the win right now. They're in the lead. They have won that series 20 times in the past, another 30, 40 years. It's been a long tradition. And I do feel the tension when you go to those games. It's a little bit different than when they play like CU, Utah, CSU. Those are good home games too. You know, Colorado College versus another Colorado College. But those Air Force Academy versus Navy versus Army, those like games like branch versus branch, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of pride there. One of my favorite traditions is when the opposing team scores a touchdown, the Air Force cadets have to drop down and do push-ups, the number of push-ups of what the score is. So it's just really cool to see, not the other team score, but when they do, to see all those cadets drop down and just do push-ups. A sea of cadets in their blues just doing push-ups. It almost makes you tear up because it's a pretty cool sight to see. But otherwise, I would say any Air Force Academy football game is going to be a good game to check out. Then we have some very unique annual sports that you would be surprised. We do have the Pikes Peak Buster Rodeo. It's been around 80 years now. It's a huge tradition, the second oldest tradition here in Colorado Springs, and it happens every July for about 2 weeks. And it goes to, all the proceeds go to supporting the military here in town and their families. And it's a really good time. There's some really good rodeo participants that come out. Sometimes we have some famous names, sometimes we have some up and coming names, sometimes we have some people that just want to get out there and get on the back of a Bronco. So it is a good time. Tickets can usually range about $20 to $70 depending on where you want to sit in the stands or how long you plan to be there for the day, see all the events and what have you. They usually have concerts that go on afterwards in the stands. They do have this at Penrose Center. It's kind of jumped around the last couple of years trying to figure out where they want to have it next or hold it next, but it does happen now at Penrose Center. That's originally where it started, and that is where I believe it's going to continue. So if you do have a chance to get out, I would say in July, check out the Pikes Peak or Bus Rodeo. They do have a parade the day or two before the actual rodeo starts. That's always fun. Everybody gathers downtown and they, watch all the horses come in, the bulls come in, the riders come in. So Pikes Peak or Bus Rodeo, definitely something you're gonna have to check out when here in Colorado Springs. Another unique event that we have here is the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, also known as Race to the Clouds. This is an automobile race to the summit of Pikes Peak. This is 12.42 miles, 156 turns, and the finish line is at the summit, which is 14,115 feet. So it can get a little tense up there when the air is thin. It does allow spectators. It is kind of go at your own risk because you will be on the side of the windy mountain road as some of these vehicles come flying around the corner. The climb does include a variety of race cars. You're gonna see everything from motorbikes to time attacker challenges to open wheel racers. So if you do wanna go, like I said, definitely be careful. These cars will come flying around the corner at you as they're heading their way to the summit. You can either purchase a ticket for the day of the race, or you can actually get camping permits. And a lot of people actually like to do that. They like to go, they like to just experience camping on Pikes Peak. That is another additional permit and price depending on where you want to park and camp. Price depends. But if you do plan to camp, get that permit, and then also you still need to purchase a ticket day of the event. And those tickets usually are around $60 to $75. The Pikes Peak International Hill Climb does happen only once a year, and that is on the last Sunday of every June. But if you're looking for overall just family fun sporting events, we do have City Rock, which is a large rock climbing wall facility. Inside it has a cave simulator and a ton of other stuff. I could go on and on. I would definitely check out the website if you're interested in that. City Rock is somewhere a lot of friends and family can go to enjoy themselves. We also have a 40,000 square foot skate park, which hosts a lot of events, or the public can just go there in their free time for inline skating, skateboarding, BMX riding. If it has wheels, you could probably get on the skate park. There are also 2 or 3 major pickleball courts here in town. The Monument Valley Pickleball Court, and then also there is the Bear Creek Pickleball Court. There is also a facility here in town just called Pickleball Court, where it is an indoor facility but has outdoor flooring. So that is something that the whole family can get involved in. It's becoming really popular in general across the nation, but definitely here in Colorado Springs, a lot of people play it. You can see them out on the weekends, having tournaments, playing with their friends and family. The parks are always packed. Definitely something to look into. And then in general, Colorado Springs just does have several sports complexes that are a variety of softball games with parks, with open space to play, to walk, basketball courts, just a variety of sports complex that you would see in a normal neighborhood. They are, I would think, much larger here. I mean, for the most part, they are a couple hundred acres each, and you can find 3 or 4 around town. I will say, even though Colorado Springs doesn't have any professional sports teams ourselves, it is kind of hard not to get motivated to go and support those semi-pro teams, those college teams, what have you. We, more than anything, we have the Olympic Training Center here in Colorado Springs. It is the headquarters for the Olympic Training Center. So just around town, you will see several Olympic athletes riding their bike, hiking, walking, possibly swimming. They actually have their own swimming facility, but you never know. You might see them at like a public pool or what have you. You do see a lot of them on the Manitou Incline, and that's an intense climb. Not so much that it is a sport, it is definitely attraction. A lot of people here in town do, but you will see a lot of the athletes climbing up and down that incline, and like I said, just around town. So seeing their energy, seeing them actually train, it is kind of motivating. If it doesn't make you want to get up and actually be active yourself, it definitely will make you want to get out and support some of our local sports teams here in town. So I would say that's about it. We do have several schools. Like I said, there are other programs within our colleges that definitely feel free to go out and support, cheer on, look into yourself. But overall, those are probably my favorites. The city overall, their favorites, and definitely some crowd pleasers that I mentioned here today. So if you do have any questions over anything I just mentioned, please feel free to reach out to me. I love to help you with any of your real estate needs, or like I said, just answer any questions that you have about living in Colorado Springs. And so if you haven't already though, please hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel and it helps people like you find information just like this. And until next time, have a good one.